Murder style, y'all.
Insanity, insanity, whatever happened to humanity? Ooh.
Oh man, I don't even know why I'm even taking this seriously. I don't even know why I should take it seriously. It's not like it's not like I was expecting anything mind blowing. Honestly, oh my god. Um, do y'all remember when I said this? Honestly, I might not even buy it. I might not even buy it. I know I'm a critic, and I know I have to review things, but I don't want to waste my money. Period. I really don't want to waste my money. All I'm saying is this, and I'm gonna leave it at that because I wasted too much time on this. If you add more things to the game, new features, a horde mode other than just factions multiplayer, because I'm sorry guys, the Left Behind DLC is not enough for me to get hooked on to me buying this game again. I'm sorry. We needed a DLC for Joel's story as well. Not just by him getting involved with the apocalypse after he lost his daughter Sarah, but how about some more innovation between him and his daughter Sarah so it can be more attached to both of them? You're gonna remake the game, add new features to the game that you guys are lacking. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna release this game for 60 or 70 or 80, whatever the fuck, how many dollars you're gonna release this game, and it's nothing but just graphics and smooth gameplay, I'm not buying it. I have it. I got it. Right? But that doesn't mean what I said was a lie. One of my very, very, very big fans of my channel and a good friend of mine by the name of Luca Bratz actually sent me a review copy of this. He's a huge Last of Us fan. So Luca Bratz, this is a big shout out to you. Because I wasn't going to review this. I did not have the type of energy to review this because I did not have the money to buy this game. But you sent it to me. You wanted to hear my opinion about it, even though it was not going to be good most of the time. So I'm not going to bash when you buy me this. I still appreciate it. I appreciate anybody that buy me stuff like this. There have been times when people bought me games, animes, and just stuff that I've already owned. And even though I already have them, I still deeply appreciate it. Especially when it comes to people that is helping my channel grow. But, Luca Bratz, if you like this game, you may not like what I have to say about it. Anyway, let's go on to this review. The Last of Us Part 1 is a post-apocalyptic game that has been directed by Neil Druckmann and has been published by Naughty Dog. In this game, you play as Joel, struggling to survive in a post-apocalyptic. All right, stop. You already know the story. You already know how things are going to play out. You know how things are going to take place. If anyone that has not played The Last of Us, I don't believe that. Okay? Even though there are people that have played The Last of Us, they know what the game terminology is. I feel like there are more motherfuckers that own a PS3, PS4, and now a PS5 that has played The Last of Us more than motherfuckers that would spend $400 to $800 on a console just to play modern one-time games like Fall Guys or fucking Fortnite or Call of Duty. If you is wondering about this game, The Last of Us Part 1, it is exactly what you're wondering about. It's not worth it. Okay? The game does feel good. The game has had some very good improvements, some to the point where I was surprised that they added some new features to it. I'm like, wow, really? Are you serious? Good ones and bad ones. But at the same time, there are certain things on this game that they have not fixed that need to be fixed through the previous installments. Which is why I'm still a little surprised that people have gave this game a 10 out of 10 in the highest rating possible. Even the PS3 version of Last of Us did not deserve that high rating. And I think that's the reason why you wanted me to review this game, didn't you, Luca Brad? Because you know that my opinions hit hard. Well, let's get on. First of all, let's be honest of the headlines, articles, and certain people who have tried to push this on headline news and just things that you see on Google when it comes to updates of this game. First of all, they keep saying that make sure that you check the certain features and settings of the game before you play it. Make sure you don't miss it. First of all, how can you miss it? As soon as you install the game, it's right there in front of your face. In fact, you cannot play the game until you see this stuff. You can leave everything the same, but it's there. So by them saying, make sure that you do this, make sure you do that, they're trying to say that just so you can be aware there are new things added to the game so you can be on the fence of buying it. You can be on the fence about it. Should I do this? Should I do that? No. Okay? The only features that they added onto the game was the fact that they added some new elements to the game so people that have disability or have certain type of hearing problems can play the game in the best way that they see fit. They added other stuff to the game too that I think that was unnecessary. But those two that I mentioned was a pretty good gesture. But kind of it raises the question: why not add that in the game in the first fucking place? Let's talk about the graphics. The graphics look great. It looks phenomenal, but it easily stands out. It looks so much similar to the PS4 version, and frankly, more like the PS3 in a way. There was sometimes I played it and I saw the PS3 and PS4 rendering graphics, but in game, while I was shooting and when I was trying to find away certain obstacles, I saw the certain comparisons of it looking very similar to the PS4 and PS3 versions of the game. Only time where it shows you the true potential of the PS5 engine is the cutscenes. And if y'all notice this, they show all the in-game footages in the trailers and even through the reviewers of people who's afraid to give it an honest rating, just the regular cinematic cutscenes. They don't want to show you too much of the in-game playability because they know that's where we look at it. And that's still not saying so. That's still not fucking saying much, even though they have not changed the points or the feature to the point where you can change a character's clothing and stuff and it will show into the damn cinematic cutscenes. That's one of the main things I hate about this game. To the point where you will add a $70 price tag to this game and y'all won't fix certain things on it, and then y'all will take a step back and then not add the fascist multiplayer on here. Where's the fascist multiplayer at? You have games like Tekken and Street Fighter or any other Capcom franchise that will re-release something and add so much features to it when it comes to single player, multiplayer, side things, all that stuff. And then it'll actually be even cheaper. But you would add a $70 price tag to this and all you will fix is the smoothing of the graphics and the facial expressions of the characters. Let's just be, all right, look, this is one thing I don't like. I don't like the way how Joel looks. Now, I know they gave Joel this depressed, I'm literally having this whole depth of the Sarah weight in my shoulders look. Some people may think that looks great, but I like the regular Joel look better. They should have just made his look be the exact same, but just added more render features to it. I like the mean, muggy, pissed off look Joel on that one than this one. Especially when he kills people. When you kill people and when you begin to be in a murderous rampage on this one, and you notice how sad Joel looks when he's doing it, it kind of reminds me of the anime Crying Freeman, how he assassinates people and he sheds a tear each time he does it. I was getting Crying Freeman vibes each time I was playing this game. I did not like the way how they changed Joel's look. They made Ellie look more of a kid. They made Tess look more of a badass. Why did y'all make Joel look more of a wimp? Especially if he killed more people than Ellie and Tess on this game. Let's talk about the good things now. I like the revisit of the game. I thought me going back to The Last of Us was great, especially the beginning of the game. Even though I knew what was going to happen, I know how everything was going to fall in place. Even though I was still pulled in, even though it's been a long while since I played the first one on the PS4 version. So my attentions were still there. They added other features to the game too when it comes to certain add-on cinematic features. As in Tess, when she found out that Ellie was really infected with the virus, instead of her showing the gun, she actually aims it towards Ellie. And I was like, holy shit. You know, there are more things that they added to the game that I liked, but there are things that they added to the game that I did not like certain Easter eggs about the second one. And it kind of reopened my wound a little bit because the way how the second one was and the way how a lot of people, including myself, did not like the second one. Why would you show us signs of something that we are trying to stay away from? And I think that might be the reason why I did not like this one in the first place, because unlike me playing the first one on a PS4 version, people was only mad at the fact that the price was $50. But Factions multiplayer was still there, so they didn't really take nothing away. Only thing they did was just, they just made the damn thing 60 frames per second, which was still not able to have that price tag trope on it. And the reason we liked that even more than this one was because we did not know the fate of these characters. We did not know how Joel's fate was, how Ellie's fate was going to be. Hell, anybody's fate, Tommy, everybody. We know how these characters are going to play out on the second one. We know Joel's fate. We know Tommy's fate. We know Ellie's fate. So by us playing this one, and I don't give a fuck if people say that this one was great, the remaster was great, this was fantastic. You cannot tell me that this one was more enjoyable than the previous ones that you have played before this one. Because you know how things played out with these characters. To me, this is how I felt. Me playing this game again on a PS5 was like me looking at a video of a person that I really did love before they died. And it's not them dying that made me feel like, man, I need to leave this alone. It was how they died. How unforgivable. And how much people treated that person like shit. That's how this is. No matter how good this game is, you feel that this is a big bomb waiting to blow off all over you. And this is not a good feeling, in my opinion. For an overpriced game that has these type of features, it's not worth the money. They should have added things on here. Let's just say that Factions multiplayer was off, right? In which it is. Let's just say let's just say I'm in this good graces on this, okay? Take that away, add more details to the game other than this fucking graphics and certain little mini seconds of the cinematography and cinematic cutscenes. I want to know about Joel's history. I want to know about his wife. I want to know more about Sarah. I want to know more about Tommy. And I want to know more about Ellie and her mom and her family. Now, people may say, well, they can't do that because it'll slow pace into the game. No, it will not. It'll be a slow pace, but it'll pay off even more about how the characters end up being originated in the first place. That was the main reason why I did not give the first Last of Us, before I was a reviewer, the highest rating possible. Because I want to know more about Joel's history. Even in the beginning of the game, when Joel showed up to try to show us that he killed somebody in his neighborhood, I forgot their names. But that's the problem. I feel like before the apocalypse happened, before he ended up coming home from him being, from the job he was at or whatever, they should have made a scene for us to play as Sarah after Joel drops her off at home. Or give us a scenario of picking two sides. Who should we play as, Joel or Sarah? Let us play as Joel so we can interact with people as he's working at the job, so we can actually see how he is in front of people, have him interact with his wife, seeing why they're not with each other and stuff like that. And if we're going to play as Sarah, have her interact with the people around her, around the house, the neighbors and stuff. Have her play around with some of the neighbors' children and stuff. Have us have more innovation with these kids before the apocalypse happened, and show us how the environment was before the apocalypse. That would have been a little bit of debate if this game was, be worth $70 or $60. And this is going to be a big shot on the motherfuckers who bought the Firefly edition. First, the Firefly edition was $80. Now it went up to $200 to $300 to $400. First of all, this is a good day for Naughty Dog and a very big day for the scalpers. And a big, big F you to the idiots that would buy this shit. First of all, this is the most expensive special edition of the Last of Us franchise to date. And it has less than any Last of Us collector's edition. No statue. That's a letdown. But all you get It's a steelbook case, some comic book covers, and some DLC. $300. Fuck, $70. At the end of the day, that's all I have to say about this game. Now, if you are curious enough to play it, if you own the PS3 and have not played The Last of Us on there for some goddamn good reason, if you own the PS4 and you haven't played The Last of Us for some goddamn good reason, and if you own a PS5 and if you want to play The Last of Us for some goddamn good reason, wait until the price go down, or wait until I think they got The Last of Us remastered for free if you got the PlayStation Plus subscription. But if not, you can download for like $10 or $15 now. Buy that. There won't be no big difference. In fact, that version has more if you want to play multiplayer. I'm going to have to give The Last of Us Part 1 a C-. Seriously, think about this, okay? I was a fan of The Last of Us, but when I see certain things changing and shifting when it comes to the franchise like this, it's not just me bashing on it, it's me showing tough love. And I feel like people who have played the games like The Last of Us, first of all, I feel like I'm on a rope of the people who like The Last of Us more than the people who like the second one. Because people who like the second one and they thought the second one was a masterpiece, I like to stay away from those motherfuckers. Because they don't know the potential that the first Last of Us had. All I'm saying is this: if you go remaster something like this, add on things that needed to be added to it. And I already know they plan on doing that to the second one. If they go do that to the second one, it bet not be just like this. Because I'll tell you right now, even now, The Last of Us Part 2 ain't even worth $30. Because that one was a traumatic failure when it comes to the character development cycle. Luca Brats, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Luca Brats, but I think you knew this was coming. Anyway, that's all I have to say for today. Please stay tuned for more upcoming reviews and videos headed your way. This is Hugo, your critic teacher, and you guys have a good day.